Well, hi there. It's Tuesday, May 19th, 2020, probably around 3:30 in the afternoon, I think. Journal 341, T+413 or close to it, thereabouts, maybe a day over, maybe a day under. We're not sure. As you know, I've been writing and talking a lot about getting ready for the audio, certainly misfired or released, but also working on the revisions of the supplements that I'm going to create for the book, which is it's a crazy undertaking. But it's the first supplement's going to be on customer care, and it causes you to think a lot about the relationship that all of us have with businesses and with clients and customers. And if you've been listening, then you know that I sort of divide the world up into three groups of people, subgroups, segments of folks, and I've been doing that ever since we were in business. And it came as a result of an epiphany, a realization that if you treat everybody equally, you're treating everybody unequally because not everybody's equal. Not in the relationship they have with you as a business owner. So let's start out with the fact that we're all customers at one time or another, or at least we have the potential to be customers. But realistically, we're all going to find a point in time where we're a customer of some organization, some business, someone. And it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter whether that's a bakery or it's a hairstylist or a barber or a restaurant or any one of a number of things. So we all have the potential to be customers. We all are customers at one time or another, and we should at least spend a little bit of time thinking about what that means and what it feels like, and if there are any responsibilities involved in being a client or a customer, and what being a loyal and lifetime customer is all about, what the benefit of that is to you as a consumer, and what the benefit of that is to the service provider or the business owner. And those are important distinctions to consider. But within that universe, on that palette of relationships, there are three subgroups, three segments that exist, and one of them is just plain folks, potential customers, potential consumers. They're the people out in the world, out in the universe. If you're a business owner who might avail themselves of your products and services, your goods and services, but they haven't landed anywhere yet. They're not regular clients of any business. And we can discuss the benefits and some drawbacks of being a regular one place rather than another. But let's just, for the moment, focus on that group of uncommitted consumers. And we can call them just plain folks. We can call them anything you want, really. And then there are customers. There's somebody that has made a commitment and either found by accident or by referral, recommendation, a business, regardless of what kind of business it is. It doesn't really matter because the rules stay the same to a large degree, but they have found a business and they have made the choice to patronize that business. And if they've gone back more than once, they can be considered a customer. Now, the thing that's really interesting is there's a whole discussion about, being a customer, being a satisfied customer, and being a loyal and lifetime customer. And they're very, very different criteria, as you might imagine. And they have very serious benefits. If the business owner is, what's the present word? If the business owner is woke, if the business owner appreciates, that commitment from the client's end. So you have maybe consumers as this great general mass of people. They're out in marketplace that go wherever they go, whenever they go there, but they have no preferences. They don't find the need to belong anywhere. They may never belong anywhere. And then there are customers. There are people that have made the choice to go ahead and patronize a specific business for a specific product or service. And that has its advantages on both times. And then there are people that have gotten to know you and gotten to like you. And through this relationship, this interaction, this back and forth, this give and take, they've decided to become loyal and lifetime customers. Satisfied customers will leave you. As a business owner, you have to realize that. Satisfied customers will experiment. They will leave. And one of the funniest things that happens when they do that is they generally come back and they tell you that they left and why they left, and they tell you that it was a bad experience and they're back. Some of them are too embarrassed to do that, but a lot of them do. And it's interesting. If you can get past the initial emotional entanglement, you can learn a great deal about your business and how it's perceived by your clients. So everybody's a consumer at one time or another. Not everybody's a customer, and certainly not everybody's a client. And I think that it's important to recognize that, especially for me right now, while I'm taking a deep dive into the original book that I wrote on total customer relationship management. And I think I've told you I've changed the name of that book right now. The working title is Customer Care, because I think that's more appropriate for what we're doing. But it's something I'd like you to think about. Think about your relationship with all the different businesses that you support. Think about how many of the same type of establishments you drive past, that you ignore, that you refuse to patronize on the way to wherever it is that you're going to be a customer or a client, and why. And then think about whether or not you feel like your commitment to that business is worthwhile, is warranted. We drove halfway across the San Fernando Valley today to patronize a particular store, and then continued that trek to a different store to pick up other products, and then went to a third store specifically for their product. And the question comes very naturally as to why. And it's important not only for you as a consumer to understand the why, but it's really, really important for the business to understand why. And I think that's a great failing on the part of most businesses, is they don't make that attempt. They just assume that there's a reason and the reason is sufficient. And that could be dangerous, especially in times of crisis or great change, especially when you're unable or unwilling or incapable of doing the very hard work of staying in contact with your customers. So in the meantime, stay safe, stay focused, stay stay home, and take care. It looks like you may not have to stay home very much longer. So that doesn't mean that when you go out, you shouldn't be very, very careful, though, by the way. Take care now. Bye-bye.